In this video, we will be going over the Create Complex Chain tool in the Groups toolbar. And to get to that toolbar, I'm going to switch to my drawing workflow. Under my Home ribbon, it's this very last toolbar down here called Groups. And to get to the Create Complex Chain tool, it's in this first row of tools, the very top one. It's called Create Complex Chain. I'm going to left click and select it. And what this tool will allow you to do, it will allow you to create an element formed from a series of open elements like lines, line strings, arcs, or curves. And then that element can be manipulated as if it were a single element. So if you look at the tool itself, you have a couple different methods. You have manual and automatic. We'll leave it set to manual for now. And then you have this maximum gap. When you set your method to automatic, this is the greatest allowable distance between elements. So if you would set that to 0 and you use the automatic method, if the endpoints of the lines or arcs don't connect, it won't create that complex chain. And then you have this simplified geometry checkbox. If this one is checked on, the connected lines are added as line strings rather than a complex chain. So now to use this tool, if I have it set to manual, if I come out to my drawing, you'll notice if I hover over these elements, it's telling me that this one's a line, this one's an arc, a line, and so on and so forth. So if I want to join these, I need to start at either one end or the other. I'm just going to start at this end. I'm going to left click to select my first element, left click for my next one, and then I'm just going to keep on going down the line. When I get to my last element, it's going to ask me to accept or reject that. So I'm going to left click to accept it, and then right click to reset my tool. And now if I hover over that element, you can see it's still kind of showing all those line segments, but if I hover over one, you can see now it's part of a complex chain. So you might use the manual method if you just have a few elements to chain together. I'm going to go ahead and do an undo. Now these are all separate elements again. I'm going to switch my method to automatic, and I'm just going to leave my maximum gap alone. So now all I have to do is left click on my first element. I still need to start at one of the ends. It's going to ask me to accept or reject that element. I'll left click to accept it. It'll go down through the line and find that last element that's joined. If that's what I want, I need to left click to accept that chain one more time. And now when I hover over it, you can see those elements are part of a chain now. If I come out here and place a smart line real quick, I'm just going to snap to this endpoint right here and draw a line off of that. Now I'm just going to select my Create a Complex Chain again. I'm going to leave my method to automatic. Go out and left click on that first element, left click again to accept it. And now you can see it's trying to draw it on this fork over here. If that's what I want, I would left click to accept it. But if there's another fork it can take, if I do a simple right click, it will switch to that fork over there. So depending on which one I want, I can just keep right clicking. Once you get it to the fork you want, you would just left click to accept it, and then you have that chain as well. So now if I go up to my element selection tool, I select that one. You can see it's a chain and it's all one element. Of course I have another one here because I didn't do an undo. So that's what using the Create a Complex Chain tool will do for you.